the last time, the girls actually spoke to you. You weren't there.
No.
The girls spoke to me and Heidi about their love and their dates and the perfect date. Remember?
Yes. We have all on record.
We remember that.
What did you say?
Okay, so today what we want to do is celebrate love, being Valentine's Day, although all of us, you know, we all have our own little love story and share our love stories with each other like we just did. I'd like to share my love story with you today, if you'll allow me to. Okay, so I met the love of my life 2 years ago. It was March 2 years ago, and he's amazing. Amazing. Sure. I'll tell you at the end. First, let me tell you how he is. He can't do anything wrong. When I'm sad, he just hugs me and he's just there for me. And when I'm happy and joyful, he's just there with me and he shares everything with me. And he's my best friend. He really is. I'm very, very blessed to have him. He's like, and I talk a lot. He always listens.
Amen.
All he does is listen and listen and listen and listen to me chat every day, and he just sits there and then he gives me advice. If I'm scared or if I'm hurt or something's wrong with me, he just gives me advice and tells me, I think you should do this and I think you should do that. He's the most amazing man I have ever met. And in the 2 years that I've known him, I've never been so in love, and I've never grown so much in love with someone that it doesn't get boring, it doesn't get normal, it just gets more and more and more and more amazing. And have you ever known a love like that?
Yes.
Have you? So the thing is, I feel so blessed to have a love like this that it changed me. It changed who I was. It changed my heart. It changed the way I saw people. It changed the way I related to people, because this man just loved me so much. Doesn't matter if I wake up in the morning without my makeup and my shoes and my everything, he loves me. If I go home at night and I'm sitting there in my bed, whatever happens, he loves me. It doesn't matter what I do. If I do something wrong, he's like, it's okay, don't worry about it. I still love you. It's the most amazing 2 years that I've ever had in my whole life. And what I wanted to say was, it made me want to share the love. It made me want to say, all girls should have this kind of love. This kind of love where it doesn't matter what you look like. You can just be yourself, and there's this man that loves you just for being you as you are right now. And then I realized that I can share it, because that man is God. And this is what he says. He says, and I took this out of the Bible, I wrote it down. I'm not going to research it, you can go and research afterwards. But he says, when you feel alone, he says, I will never leave you and I will never forsake you. When you feel that you don't belong somewhere and no one gets you, he says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. He says, when you are hurting and something happened to you, he says, I will fight for you. You only need to be still. When he says, when you are tired and worn out, he says, come to me, all who are weary and heavy burdened, and I will give you rest. When you feel unloved and unworthy, and there's no one there out there for you, he says, I have loved you with an everlasting love. I've drawn close to you with kindness. When you want an answer about something or advice about something, he says, call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and mighty things which you do not know. He's the man that never changes. He's the same yesterday, tomorrow, forever. And he loves you the same. yesterday, tomorrow, and forever. And I believe today that He wants to show you that He's the perfect Father. Because that's who God is. He's the perfect Father. He's someone that when He looks at you, He doesn't see your flaws. He sees you already perfect. You're already His perfect daughter. He's not distant. He's not up there. He's in your heart. He's already there. And all He wants to do is tell you, allow me in. Allow me to be your Father. That's all you will have to do. He says He wants you to accept Him in your life as you are right now. There are no conditions. You don't have to go and change or do anything. Accept Him as your Father, that perfect man that I described. That's who He is. He wants you to accept Him. He says in His word, I want to adopt you into my family. I will not leave you as orphans. I will come to you. That's a promise. That's a promise that He made. All He needs you to do is to accept Him as your Father. That's all He wants. And the rest, all that beauty and that beautiful love that I just described as the man that I've known for 2 years, is yours. He's yours, just like He's mine, because we are all daughters and we are all related in blood to Him. We all get to share and have that relationship with Him. I just want to close with what Jesus said in John 14 verse 1, which Jesus is our brother. He's the one that paid for all the wrong that we've been doing, which allows us to have this relationship with God as a Father. He says, don't let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God and trust also in me. There is more than enough room in my Father's home. So I want you to today think about allowing yourself to be loved and be adopted by God as your Father, and being part of His family and letting Him allow you into His home. Because there's no greater love than that. There's no more perfect love than the Father's love. I want to close with this video about who you are. And it's a powerful video. It's a very good video. It's not very long, it's 3 minutes long, but I'm going to watch it quickly, and then you can tell me what you think if you want to afterwards.